Charlotte, North Carolina. Here he comes. It's Hank Silver, everybody. Hank! Let's get ready to broil!
Dude, yeah, how are you guys doing? You sound good from back there. It sounds like a good audience. And I like this because last night I drove 3 hours to a bad audience. So I only drove 45 minutes to get here, not too bad. I am high and drunk though, so we're gonna have fun. Everybody keeps bringing up this hooker and I keep getting like, because I'm high, so I'm forgetting what happened in the last 30 seconds. So I forget that it's a joke and then I go, oh, another hooker? All right. Cool. Well, now you're making me feel ashamed of what I'm about to tell you. Yeah, no, I know I look gay, but I only had sex with one trans woman. And I know what some of you are thinking. That's just a man. Let me argue with it for a second. I'm going to change some minds and hearts in here for real quick. You fella, you're looking interested. I think he was already thinking about it. He's like, I just needed a few more arguing points. Here we go. So I had sex with a trans lady one time, and it was in LA, which I don't know if you know this about trans people, because we live in North Carolina, and the ones that we have, not good, okay? These are the G League trans people in our bars, okay? But in LA, New York, and now Austin, Texas, that's the major league trans situation. Like, these are the times where us guys can go have one beer and forget what they are. Here, I need 5 drinks to drink. I like to have sex with a regular woman here, okay? But in LA, a trans woman, you never know the difference if you weren't, thinking about it too hard or looking for an Adam's apple. Or if you're talking to her for like more than 30 minutes and every story she tells has an ending. All right, that's gonna start some arguments in the car. Which I hope she's not driving.
I'm sorry.
No. Who said I'm sorry? Did you just apologize to your wife? Or... That's sad. At least I know it's kind of a good marriage, because it's only ever a good marriage if the woman is in control. My dad had control of the marriage for like 2 months, and it fell apart. They got separated, and he cried a lot. I was like, yeah, she should be telling you what to do. Which is funny, because like my mom's never had a real job in her life. Like my dad's been the provider. He's like the stereotypical husband of all times. And then when they separated, he was so much of a real bitch that he went and got an apartment and kept paying for the house. And I was a nice kid, so I like split the time 50-50. And my dad, he was the only one that played video games with me, so I wanted to stay with him. But then he was living in a 1-bedroom apartment with a mattress on the floor. And I was like, man, now I just feel like I'm in college at 5 years old. So I don't know what's happening. I lost respect for my dad when I was young, though. That's because, he didn't cheat on my mom. And I know that sounds weird, but I was already cheating on my mom when I was a kid. But not emotionally, okay? She was my only sexual partner. No, I didn't fuck my mom. I would never, because she's ugly. That's true. I'm the 5th of 5 children, and by the time I was born, my mom already had full top and bottom dentures. I don't know if you've ever, woken up one day at 6 years old and gone, how come all my friends' moms are actually okay looking? At least, all my friends, had moms where it was oh, the dad is a cool guy, he's doing good. And I would look at my dad and why is this gotta be the charity case that you picked? Because it was nobody wanted to fuck my mom, which is nice for a minute, but now it made me feel bad a little bit because when my mom would come pick me up from school, nobody else was excited about it. But I started going hanging out at my friend's house because my mom's also she's not hot, but she's also not very aware. She grew up in a very small town, and she's from a family that really you remember the Willy Wonka when they were all in the same bed together? My mom grew up like that for real. And it's a lot sadder that way for real, because in the movie, none of them are pedophiles. In my mom's movie, at least one of them was, and we just don't invite him to the family reunion. I mean, we still talk about him, and we still hang out from time to time, but my other uncle has a foot fetish, which I think personally is worse. Because we can lock you up if you're a pedophile, and if you have a foot fetish, we just have to be around you. And I don't think that should be legal. Imagine going to a beach, you're wearing flip-flops. There's 7 guys for sure on that beach. Come on. one of them likes your toes and you can't do anything about it. A guy can take, like if a guy takes pictures of a bunch of children, we can put them away forever. But if he takes a bunch of pictures of all of our feet, we can't do shit. And if he posts them on the internet, we don't even get paid. That's bad. By the way, give it up for the undercover cop and the guy who's been trying to catch him all day. Since we're doing roasting. Now, I was thinking about it earlier because I thought about doing what Hammy did and writing stuff for all the celebrities too, but then I realized I'm not that smart. But I only had one that I thought of that I made a connection between two of them, between Kanye and then Elon Musk. Like, I mean, I'm sure you're both sure. We're all sure that they hate Jews together. That's not a shock. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have problems with the bank too, but I just don't say them out loud. Because I don't want everybody to know what my credit score is. No, but Kanye, an old Kanye proverb is, you can't tell me nothing once I get my money right. Am I right? Right? Okay, that's why they're doing what they're doing. Elon got so much money that no matter how retarded he actually is, because he pays people to do so much smart stuff, we have to just kind of go, okay, fine, he's smart. It's like Kanye is a black man, but we all have to now, because he has so much money and says the thing he says, we have to go, okay, yes, he is a Nazi. All right, I'm just saying people can be what they're not. Kanye's not a Nazi, he just doesn't like anybody touching his money, which is fair. I have an ex-girlfriend who touched my money yesterday by accident, I think, because we've been broken up for a couple months, and then last night I saw one of her friends at a bar, but I was with another girl. And then I didn't think about it. 2 hours later, I walk out of the bar, go to the parking lot, my window's smashed in. And I don't know if you've said any racial slurs lately, but I said some things about Jewish people yesterday because she is Jewish. And so as long as it's pointed at one of them, I think that's fine. The problem Hitler had was he had too many. He got greedy. Okay? Like if you hate one black person, that's not racism, that's just hate. But if you hate like 4 or 5 in the same day, now you got a problem. I mean, it's like cigarettes. Like if you smoke one on your like lunch break or whatever, nobody's gonna think twice about it. But if you have to buy 2 packs a day, we're all gonna sit down with you and go, we can't be friends anymore. All right, cool. Anyways, all right, I'm wearing a pink shirt. I get it. Let's go back. I didn't even explain why trans women are good. I forgot about that. That's how high I am right now. Let me explain this so you can feel better about it. And so when you cheat on your wife with one, you can at least explain it to her. So trans women, there's a great thing about them is that they can keep conversation, you're fun. It's like talking to a guy and then if you're drunk enough, it's not, right? So it's fun. But then like we were in the car to go back to the hotel room and then as we're on the way there, she didn't think I already knew. So she tried to tell me, she was like, hey, by the way, I'm not actually like a regular woman. I have a penis. And I was like, I saw it. We went to the bathroom together and you didn't notice. That's how small my dick was. No, but then we got back to the hotel room. We're starting to like fondle, the typical things. And then it starts to get hot and heavy. We start to actually have sex. Fellas, anal. I wasn't receiving, okay? I'm not gay. I just like penis sometimes. No. And here's why I'm not gay, is because we were fucking, and if you're fucking a trans girl, here's the thing you have to do if you're a good lover like me. I care about what the other person is experiencing. So I want them to have a good time, regardless. Like, I had sex with an Indian lady one time. Oh, you're playing a cat noise? Oh, I hear it. No, that's okay. He was just like, there's too much dick talk. He's got to play a pussy over here. That's the only one JD's ever known. Anyways, but we're having sex, and if you're a good lover, you want the other person to come, right? You have to, unless you're terrible and you're married. But I wanted her to come, and so I knew I was working with a different part of equipment here. So I reached around and I was like, I'm familiar with this. Let me do what I would do if I was you, and now we're one. So I reached around and I grabbed it, because I was like, we're going to start a thing here. I'm going to help her out. And then I reached, and as soon as I grabbed it, I was like, oh, that's a woman's penis. Like, I've never met a woman that shaved as well as this one did. And going back to regular women after that, I don't know, you ever have an argument with a girlfriend where you're trying to tell her how a man did it better than she did? They don't like that normally, especially if you're talking about, like, regular stuff. But if you're talking about how well their penis is, they really don't like that. right, well, I lost my virginity to a stripper, and this is what I'll leave you with. Which is why I'm excited about the hooker later, hopefully. But it wasn't because I was cool. I wasn't 18 running around finding a strip club to like meet a hooker in and like woo her. I was 22 and my coworkers on a work trip in Daytona Beach, Florida were feeling bad that I was still a virgin, and then I had $200. And I don't know if you've ever had sex with a stripper in a strip club for money, but at least if you're committing a felony, you gotta come, right? Like, I was in there, I put the condom on, we were having sex, and then the whole time I was like, I am not excited about this, but if my mother taught me anything, it's waste not, want not, right? I'm Hank Silver, thank you very much.
Get up for Hank. So we don't have a microphone. It makes it very awkward.
Clearly it's not working.
No. We're just gonna yell at you.
Okay. I don't mind that.
One more time for Hank, guys. Very sexually attracted to his mom.
No. I think that I clarified that like it's okay that I do watch a lot of mom porn, but it's okay because my mom isn't the one I'm thinking about.
Okay.
It's my friend's mom. She's dead, God rest her soul, but that's why I'm attracted to women with a lazy eye to this day.
Did you get her?
Did I what?
Wait, Chris is up.
So you could, I just want to say that table right there when you was talking about Trey and Dragon,
Yes.
what is this nigga talking about?
Yes.
So you can see the face on him.
Oh, yeah.
I apologize, not including it up, but really.
Oh, no, that's fine. You did want to throw a 0.5 on that, so.
So you were 0.5 off that.
Yeah, no, it's okay. My white side is hanging out today. I didn't do any of the things that my black self would do.
Hank, tell us more about getting your windshield smashed last night.
Oh, it was great. So I walked out, and here's the worst part is that I'm with another girl, 2 girls actually, and they were sisters, which is cool. And for the black people, it was 2 blonde, hot, white sisters. I was in there. And then I saw my ex-girlfriend's best friend, and that kind of ruined it. And then so the 2 girls left, I didn't have sex, and then I went back to my car to find it busted. Here's the best part. I'm about to get evicted. I have no money, and then my window got busted. I spent all my money. I spent all $7 I had yesterday on Jack in the Box. And then my window got busted. So today I had to call my dad, who I've told a lot of bad jokes about in the last 2 months that he saw accidentally last week, and be like, hey, sorry I said that thing about that you did to Mom last week and you saw it on the internet. Can I have $500 for a new windshield? And he's not the white person in my family, so it was not a fun conversation.
Yo, give it for Hank.
They're just sad for me now.
Give it for Hank, everybody. He gets a jar of honey for the first half of his set.